Hey Matt, I'm Nick from Penny Burners. How are you? Excellent. And this Canadian expansion, what can all of your customers expect, and what are the benefits to your customers?
Well, we're really excited about expanding to Canada. We've been in the U.S. since we launched, as you know, and we've had tremendous success. There's been a lot of demand for penny auctions in the U.S., and really we just want to continue to spread Quibids and allow others in other countries to get to experience Quibids. It's a little bit different in that Canada is quite a bit smaller than the U.S. So this is a much smaller population, and because of that, we've decided to keep Canada separate. So we aren't mixing auctions, the U.S. auctions with Canada. We're keeping those customers separate and offering them products and services that are more fitting, not services, but products that are more fitting for their country. Specifically, as many of you know that are watching, we do a lot of gift cards. And we have gift cards that are more specific to Canadians, for example. So we're excited to be able to offer them the same services we've been able to offer people in the U.S.
Excellent. Here at this great convention that you put on, we saw some advertising and promotion material that said that Quibids started with 2 employees, and now you have over 100, and they're here tonight.
Right.
If the camera, when we're done with our interview and it pans back around, everybody will see maybe a quarter of them, not even. But what exactly, who were the first 2 employees, and what was their growth like?
Well, I was one of the co-founders, and a guy by the name of Sean Tilford was our other co-founder. And Sean and I have been friends a long time, and one day we saw a company called Swoopo, and we saw what they were doing with penny auctions. They were the first to kind of create the model and bring it to the U.S. And one day, my friend Sean showed me the site, and within literally about 2 minutes, I said, Sean, we have to build our own. And he thought the model was fascinating. I thought the model was fascinating. And so we quickly started working on it. And in the beginning, it was just I was doing all the creative director role and project management of all the front end of our website, and he was doing the back end coding. And at the time, I had a different job that I was working full time with my other company. And he was in the same boat. And we just, over a period of 5 months, built it. And I recruited some of my best friends to join the executive team and run the business with us, and we launched in October 2009 with a team of 6 of us.
And who are some of the other friends that are behind Quibids right now? We've been talking with a lot, Jill Frand. What are some of the other of the backbone of Quibids that you brought onto your team?
Well, whenever you start a business that you hope to grow into a really big business, it's not easy unless you have people you can really trust. And I've been fortunate to have a lot of really talented, really bright friends that were eager to do something kind of entrepreneurial. So I'd recruited one of my best friends named Josh Duty to be our COO. My brother is our chief data officer. Jeff Gertz is his best friend from high school. So it's a guy I've known for the last 10 years of my life. And Sean Tilford, as I mentioned, was a friend of mine for a few years. And finally, our chief marketing officer is Bart Considine, and he was one of my best friends for a few years. So it happened to work out quite nicely, and I was lucky to be able to recruit friends I could trust.
And that would answer the question that so many people have: why is Quibids in Oklahoma?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I knew I couldn't convince 5 of my best friends to go to LA or New York with me and launch a startup. It wasn't established. There was a lot of risk. So we all kind of grew up in Oklahoma. We all love Oklahoma. And it just made perfect sense that we would start in Oklahoma City.
And Matt, my last question tonight is just going to be, where are you going after Canada?
Well, we have a lot of plans for international expansion. Canada is only the first in the start of our international expansion efforts, but we'll be going to UK, Australia. Those are the next couple. Then we'll go to New Zealand, Ireland, South Africa. And then once we get done with the non-English or the English-speaking countries, we'll move on to non-English-speaking countries such as France, Italy, Spain, Brazil, and others. So we have a lot of plans for international expansion.
And all of those are going to be the same format where the auctions are separate from the U.S. auctions, so there's no real worry about competition?
Well, it's unknown how that's going to work as we get completely international. There's a lot of challenges with running a penny auction business in multiple countries, but we might end up doing something like all of our Europe countries compete against each other on the same auctions, and we leave some separate as well.
Great, thanks for your time.
Yeah,